Hello, welcome. All right. Did I leave my? Oh no, I have my book over here. We're good. Hi, hello. How is everyone? Give me a second. Do. All right. Oh, I don't have the thumbnail thing. We'll do that later then. How is everyone? I am currently posting the link in all the Discords. Give me just a second. Why am I hashtagging? This is Discord. There's that. Oh, hey, look at that. Leander is already ahead of me on that one. Cool. Where else do I post? Brianna's. Okay. I don't know what that is. Socials. There we go. Oop. And I think is that it? Is that where I usually post? To let people know? I don't know. But how I am, let me get back to where I can actually see what y'all are doing. Welcome. I know this is an odd time to be doing sprints for people, but you know, we're here. Hey, speaking of Brianna, hi. Hello, Becca. Nadeem, how are you? Oh God, only here for an hour before my meeting, but listening to Forget Me Not while working. I'm so sorry that you have a meeting. I know those are the worst. So, thoughts and prayers. God bless. And, you know, we'll still be here when you're done, potentially. Or I will. You know where my DMs are. Hold on. Let's see. Hello, Danielle. Hello, CC Cloud. Hey, Ro. How you doing? Got the book hermit here. Most likely going to be eating in the first sprint, and I'll be cleaning while maybe listening to Midnight in Everwood. Nice. Hello, Purple Dragonfly. On break from work for another few minutes, then work for another hour and a half before I can join properly. I'll keep this up in the background. Love it. You know what? God bless anyone who's still working right now. That is... Oh, it's a Wednesday. I know it's hump day. Perfect time for me. It's evening here in the UK. Love it. That's part of why I've started doing like midday sprints, because I know that a lot of like our UK people, stuff like that, they don't necessarily get a chance to do the evening ones. So we do this. Hey, Glinda, how are you today? Welcome. What is everyone reading? I want to know while we wait for this thumbnail to, what the heck is going on with my Canva? There we go. While I wait for this thumbnail to download so I can put it in my Twitter. The fun thing about having two computers is that sometimes you download stuff on the one that you primarily use for everything else and forget that you didn't download it on the one that you've been using for sprints because it is going to die someday. Anyways. There we go. That's downloaded. It is like... It hasn't freaked out on me since I got the new cord, but I'm just waiting for... I know it's happening. Hello, Paget. Hi there. Here to input edit, which is hard to focus on for me, so thanks for being here to passively encourage not quitting. You know what? I'm getting... Do you see the disaster that is behind me? You can't even see half of it. You only see half of it. I will be tackling my room for at least the first sprint. Because we got to do something about it. We got to do something about this. And then, yeah, I'll get to what I'm reading in a minute. But hello. The current says, I'm reading Alice by Christina Henry, and I'm getting some planning done for my soon-to-be channel. Nice! Very nice. Also, I love the TBRathon shirt in your... what the fuck is that? Your icon in your profile picture. There we go. Oh my God, I just showed my age. They're calling it an icon. I'm fine. Hi, Patricia. Just started The Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller, and I just finished The Lost Bookshop by Evie Woods. 4-star read. Love it. Nadine is about to start Iron Flame. Interesting. You'll have to let me know how that goes for you. I will be vicariously just consuming all the content about Iron Flame because I do not plan on reading it. So here's what we're doing. I finally settled on an audiobook because I happened to get the hold came in on my Libby. So I'm like, you know what? Let's just do this. Hold on. I've got to pause did I pause my timer? Come on. Now, why did you not work? Oh, okay. I think we said 91 pages. I hate Bookly just is so glitchy half the time. But I'm trying to hold on. Let me make sure that this didn't do the dumb thing that it does sometimes. Okay, great. It did not do the dumb thing it tries sometimes. So books I am reading. Currently, the audiobook is The Unfortunate Side Effects of Heartbreak and Magic. You can kind of see it if I get it real close to the camera. Maybe? No. It's okay. It's like so I like some parts of it, but the main character is so annoying. Like, part of the annoying is that she has anxiety and hasn't realized it yet. But like, I'm not rooting for her. The guy's okay. I mean, I like him, but it's like a witchy baking novel, and it's very kind of, I feel, not dark, but like very serious. It's not a rom-com. It's just a romance. And there are things that I think the author's trying to be funny, and I don't find them funny. But we'll see. I'm 30% in, and it's okay. You know, I'm not hating it, and I needed an audiobook to listen to while I did things, because I'm also doing like a 24-hour challenge that I'm trying to get 24 hours of reading read. And now that I'm home from my little vacation, I am trying to like focus on all of that. So I also am going to be reading A Gathering of Shadows by V.E. Schwab. Hopefully, I finished this on my plane ride yesterday. Not this. I finished the first book on my plane ride yesterday, and I just like really want to jump into book 2. And I am enjoying the series. I love it. Thank you, Glenda. Yes, please hit that like button. It does help with the growth of the channel. It gets people to potentially look at the video. So let's see. Anybody else? What else are we reading? All right. Well, I am here getting the timer set up. I don't know why this site always logs me out. Like, just keep me logged in. Would it kill the site to keep me logged in? Okay. I'm thinking, let's see, 45 minutes probably. Yeah, I think so. Okay. We can get rid of that. Do I like that background? I don't think anybody wants. I think it's cold everywhere right now, so nobody's interested. There we go. All right. Anyways. Oh, interesting. Watching a court case while slowly reading because I'm super tired. What court case are you watching, Raleigh? Very interesting. I got on kind of a kick there with YouTube. Just watch. I don't like, somehow I got from true crime to just straight up watching the court cases for some of these. I don't remember what it was. And I got really frustrated with how the defense lawyer was like. Sometimes I think people do, like, it's very obvious that most of the time when people do terrible things, they're doing them because they're desperate. They're doing them because they're not in their right mind. And like, I didn't like how because it was a mother who either, I think, probably accidentally killed her child, and then tried desperately to hide the evidence. So like, it's one of those things like, yes, that's terrible. Yes, that's an awful thing to do, but I don't think like, I don't know, when someone else has other things like drug addiction and stuff going on, I'm like, you can't just straight up say that that's a monster. That's someone who's very, very sick. Sorry. This went on a really dark turn. I'm sorry. But yeah, I get frustrated sometimes with how there is no, like, you're either a saint or a devil, like, in our criminal justice system. There's no in between. There's no room for people to be flawed people. When it comes, not the defense, the prosecution, when it comes to like the prosecution, like, there's no room for, yes, this is something that deserves to be punished, but also that doesn't necessarily mean, this person, like, there definitely are people who are monsters. But hello, Heidi, reading Book Lovers by Emily Henry. Okay, so funny story. So for those of you who don't know, I was up in Baltimore, and we met up with a booktuber to go and check out a local bookshop that was in the city. And like, there was an indie bestsellers section in this bookshop, and it had Book Lover, it had The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, it had Ninth House. Like, we walked in the store, and it's like the first thing you see, and we're like, where is the indie? Like, it had so many things on there. I was like, this is a misnomer. There will be footage of it in the reading blog that will eventually come out of my trip. I say eventually because we've already rescheduled one of the reading vlogs that was supposed to go up this month. It's fine. Oh shoot, I need to also work on, but sorry, I keep forgetting that I'm just moving my Monday video to Friday. That's what we're doing here. All right, I have a timer up. Let's pull, oh, wait. I can do, wait. Let's do this so that it doesn't make me annoyed. And then share the screen. There we go. Boom. Let's get rid of the music. We don't want the music. No one wants the music. We want to be able to do our own things, Okay, so if everybody is ready, we're going in 3, 2, 1. Let's Welcome back, everybody. How did everyone go? I got book mail while we were out, or we were on sprints, which is very funny. Okay, stop. Pause. Okay, there we go. These came in. I finally got my Murderbot books. So I got all four of the first four. So it's All Systems Red, Artificial Condition, Road Protocol, and Exit Strategy. So I'm very happy. I got to go figure out how to get them on my already full sci-fi shelf. It's fine. Anyways, how did everyone else do? Let's see. I don't need that in my ear anymore. I got 20 minutes of reading done. I am at 33% of the book, and progress has been made in the room. I think you could call that progress. Where were we? Okay, there we go. Oh, goodness. Okay, there we are. Hello, Sarah. Welcome back. I'm home on a snow day today. I've heard that from a couple of people. I'm getting some laundry done, then we'll pick up House of Sky and Breath. Nice. This Kiwi, hello, just popped up. We'll either be reading Babel up to book 2, or watching YouTube. Very nice. Hey, Amal, how are you today? Reading Unclaimed Baby by Cheryl Woods for the romance prompt on the TBRathon. Which one are you doing? Are you doing the board game? Are you doing map? Are you doing the bingo? I am currently doing the board game, sort of. Or I would be if I was actually reading the books that are on my TBR. Am I reading the books that are on my TBR at the moment? No. I mean, technically, I guess the V.E. Schwab books are on my TBR, but they weren't the TBR roll. Anyways, hello, Jane. Joyce, just joining. Have finished crazy day of work. I'm currently reading The Girl in the Stars while I get some things done. Very nice. Hey, Kay. Hope everyone is well. Reading The Engagement Party by Darby Kane. Hoping to finish. Sharing some sprinting. Some sprinting is how I get things done vibes with the like button. These are getting longer and longer. I love how creative they are. That is hilarious. Lynn is here. Hello. We'll be reading A River Enchanted. Ooh, I love that book. That was a very good book. Patricia got 9% of The Song of Achilles. Nice. Brianna got to 12%, but I have to hop off for my meeting now. Okay. Hey, Renee. Hey, everybody. You've been listening to Gilmore Guys, a Gilmore Girls podcast. Finished a book yesterday. Not sure which book to pick up. That seems like me with my audiobook. I took forever to figure out what book I wanted to read because I just couldn't figure out what was hitting the spot. Hello, May. Got to 85% in my book. I think I will finish the book in the next sprint. Nice. This Kiwi watched YouTube. LOL. Going to make strong coffee. I'm determined to make good progress in Babel today, and it's only 9 a.m. here in New Zealand. Nice. Get that finished. I have Babel is on my TBR way back there. So Jane, I'm now 31% into The Girl in the Stars. Very nice. Let me see. Have I heard of this book before? Oh, okay. Is this the new Mark Lawrence? Oh, no. This is an older one. Interesting. I haven't read any Mark Lawrence yet. I'm planning on getting to him at some point. I just haven't read any just yet. Book Hermit. Did a vision board for my vibes that I want for my channel. I got about 20 pages read. Love it. I took the recycling out. Does that count as that? I'm sure that counts as productivity. I took the recycling out. Of course it does. May, planning to be reading and productive today because my classes got canceled due to snow. Oh no. Okay, doing the board game. Max is working from home today because apparently it feels like 4 degrees. I don't blame you. It's very funny. So my brother has a hybrid kind of work situation where he can choose to work from home and he can choose to work in the office. And so he does have to do a minimum number of hours in his office if he wants to. We don't have a lot of office space where he works. Shh. We're not done. We're almost, we'll get back to you in a minute. So it was very funny because he was like, yeah, like I don't have to go into the office, but if I start working primarily from home, then I lose my office and I want my office. So that was very funny. Let's see. Oh, Bree's dad appeared out of nowhere. A wild dad appears. That happens sometimes. John Netherton has joined us. Hey, hello everyone. I came in late. I'll be reading Angel Experiment by James Patterson. Very nice. You'll have to let us know how it is. Okay. All right. That is the end of that break. Let's go ahead, pull up the timer. Oop, hey. It is the same world as Red Sister, but you but you do need to read Red Sister Reader, or you do not? I had to teach virtually today due to the weather. That is the one thing that, like, I think is bad about how flexible we became, because now people expect you to be able to teach, like, switch your lessons over to virtual at the drop of a hat, which I mean is a nice thing to be able to do and be able to continue teaching. But at the same time, I know sometimes when you're not prepared for hybrid, it can be like a lot of work to get that done last minute. Just found out that tomorrow is another snow day. I'm a teacher and we pray for these days more than the kids. Yes, get that snow day. Get your lesson plans done and relax, right? Yeah, Mr. Boss just wanted to work from home all week, but he had court downtown. So, oh no, do not. Okay, I thought that was do not. Okay, cool. I do want to read the Red Sister series. I don't know if he's going to go back to home or to the office after that, though. Okay, you know, bosses do what bosses are going to do. So, okay, so I'm going to pull the timer back up. I will see y'all in another 45 minutes. Go. Welcome back, everyone. How'd we do? Sorry, I had to charge my... I left my tea. Hold on. Oh. There we go. I've actually made some progress in my room. It still needs a deep clean for reasons we will not get into, but I have managed to clean it. Jesus Christ. Okay. Okay, give me just a second. Okay, how did we do? Let's see, I got to what? Is it step 3? I got to step 3 of their process. I don't know how many steps this process has. Let me find out. I actually really like how they've broken things down, because basically it starts out like they've broken it down in 9 steps. So I'm on step 3 of 9, and I get to skip step 4 because I've already made my bed. I really do like how they break it down, though, because they just say, hey, go do this, and it's like a very simple task. Like, go take all of your trash and put it in the trash can. Go grab everything that does not belong in this room and put it where it belongs. However you need to do that. So, been very helpful. Let me pause all of my various... Pause that. Pause that. Okay, how far into this book have I got? So this is not... I thought that this was like kind of a witchy romance type, because it's comped to A Secret Society of Irregular Witches. The romance is definitely the B plot, though, so I would say this is not a witchy romance. Let's see. We're at 39%. So, and knowing that kind of changes my perspective on the book, and like some of the things that were annoying me are annoying me a little less now that I've got a bit more context for this book. Renee says, by the way, I counted yesterday. I have 300 under. Is that who are you? Did you message me on Instagram? Give me just a second. Okay, I was very confused there and hadn't had a chance to like dig into who it was. But okay, the pieces have clicked. Now I know who, and that was you. Okay. Max says, regardless, it's really effing cold. Hello, Life and Paper back. I didn't read, just editing a video for work. Nice. Back at it. I get it. I get it. Brittany has joined us, importing footage. Odd. Okay. Hi, Elena. Welcome, welcome. Looks like we've been having some traffic troubles here. I'm glad you made it home. Max, do you want me to just put you in the group? I literally have a list of people. If you want me to put you on the list of people that I check in with, message me. We'll figure it out. Hello, TBRathon friends. I need Cli-Fi, preferably on KU. Well, let me see. I might have a suggestion for you, Brittany. Do not send me notifications. Is anyone else like me where it's like, don't send me notifications. Do not even think about it. Jesus Christ. Brianna's not here. She would know what this book is. A half-built garden. Okay, so, Brittany, A Half-Built Garden by Ruthana Emery. It is I loved it. Shut pause. Okay. If you need a Cli-Fi recommendation, check out A Half-Built Garden by Ruthana Emrys. That is on Kindle Unlimited. I really enjoyed it. That is, hold on, let me get rid of that light. Motherfucker, thank you. There we go. I enjoyed it. It was very, very good. It's about like a newly, so basically it's like this very futuristic, very much like, I loved the way that it thought through solutions to climate issues. But it's basically this group of people that end up being on, they end up in the middle of this massive event because they happen to be on site when the aliens land. And there's just a lot of, I think I gave it 4 stars because there was some stuff that got into kind of colonialism that I think could have been handled a little bit better. That doesn't belong in my, that needs to get moved. But on the whole, I loved it. It's like this cute little polycule group. Like they just kind of merged their households. Like it was originally our main character and her wife, and then you have 2 other people that have come in, and like the way things are set up in this society is very interesting. I enjoyed it. So definitely check it out. Lynn listened to 9% of A River Enchanted while working on the last page of my sketchbook. Very nice. You haven't even gotten to the place where things get wild yet. Just wait. Things get a little wild. It is a very, I will say, Brittany, I think it kind of has cozier vibes. So I don't know if that's your jam, but I loved it. I love the way it thought through things, all of that stuff. So Max says, actually working, LOL, good for you. I say go you as well. Life in paperback, started on a graphic novel for this guide I'm writing, spilled some tea with work bestie. Ooh, we love tea spilling. Unless it is your actual tea, in which case that's just a tragedy. It's sad. This Kiwi read chapter 1 of Babel. Slow progress is still progress. Amen to that. Amen to that, Kiwi. Any progress forward is progress. Just do it. Kay Simmons started 2 kinds of chili, meat and no meat, and read a bit. Nice. I'm the kind that like you need to do 2 kinds of chili, beans and no beans. I hate beans so much. They just, the texture is weird. I'm sorry. I know people love them. John Netherton made it to page 136 of Angel Experiment. It's good. It's James Patterson's version of the X-Men, but with all kids. Okay, so it's like New Mutants, basically. Oh, look at that. A wild Bree appeared.
Hello. I made it.
Ooh, yes. How High We Go in the Dark is also, very good. Very good. I don't know which one you're looking at, Brittany, but you are welcome, whether it is Book Hermit that you're following the record me. Yeah, How High We Go in the Dark. So I read that around the same time that I read Sea of Tranquility by Emily St. John Medell. And like, they're very similar premises almost, because they're both kind of focused around a world-changing disease. I would reread How High We Go in the Dark, and I plan to. I don't know that I'll ever reread Sea of Tranquility. I found it very, like, I mean, it was okay, basically, but I found it very mid, if that makes sense. So, anyways, hello, Bree. How are you today?
I am good. We're going on day 3 of Snowed In. So tomorrow, I mean, we've been able to get out of our neighborhood. Today was the first day that somebody adventured. And sorry. Brother-in-law was being weird. But we were able to get out of the neighborhood, and that was good. But we're closed again tomorrow.
Yeah.
Because apparently it's supposed to get all gross again overnight. But the thing about Tennessee is that usually it's ice that's more of the issue than actual
Yes.
snow.
I mean, that's the way it is most places, is
Yeah.
that, like, the snow you're fine with, it's the ice that's the problem.
And we have so many back roads that people are coming from that it takes forever for them to actually get to everything. So, yeah, but it's actually like snow out there, not just ice.
Oh,
So that's
nice.
nice. It's pretty to look at. It's when Kayla measured the other day, it was like 8 inches at the deepest spots. So that was nice.
Nice, nice. Uh we got snow in Baltimore, and apparently, like, I
Mhm.
was talking with, so the first day that we got snow, we walk out the door and there's this kid playing in like the first snow, and he's like, it hasn't snowed in a year. Um but and my mom was like, really? So it hasn't snowed. And so, but we weren't sure if, like, that was actually accurate, that, like, it didn't snow last year. And then I was actually on the plane as we were getting off, and there were two girls that were headed to Texas from DC, and they're like, yeah, we don't get it every year.
Yeah.
So anyways, they're like, they were like, it's really cool that you got to do that. But he had a snow this thick on his balcony
Oh wow.
the second day, and I was just like, cool.
Yeah.
I did not have the winter footwear for that at
No.
all. Did not. Like,
Yeah,
I
my rain boots are like short ones. They're like mm, maybe a couple inches above my ankle. So that was a struggle trying to take more to go potty. I was like,
oh
please don't
no,
go in the shoe. Please don't go in the shoe. Trying to like squish it down as I stepped the best I could. And
that's so.
like after the first pass, I was like, okay, now I have to step in the same spots so I don't have to worry about it. So I
Oh
just
my
like,
god, that's so
yeah,
funny. No,
I'm
for me
fun.
it was just a matter of, like, I had, so as I prepared for,
Mhm.
like, 50-degree weather, like 60 to
Yeah,
50 to 60-degree weather.
right,
And then I get there and it's like, oh yeah, it's gonna be 30 degrees.
right.
Jesus Christ, that's worse than it
Very
was gonna be.
different.
But yeah, it was wild. He's like, "Do you want to stay? You should stay an extra day." Because there was a moment where he was like, we may need to reschedule, like, your flight because it may not be safe. He's like, "I'm fine driving in deeper snow than what we're gonna get." He's like, "I'm used to that. I know," because he's coming from Indiana. He's like, "But these people,
Hmm.
like, they're not." It was very funny listening to him talk about. But I mean, the one day that we had to drive, it was fine.
That's
Um, and then it was like a perfect snow day when I woke up on Tuesday, and he was like, "Do you want to just reschedule your flight? You should hang out." And I was like, "All right, let's see how much it'll be to reschedule my flight." And it was gonna be
mhm.
$300. No.
Yeah.
But, like, an hour after I got to the airport, the forecast changed to be like, it's gonna be sleeting rain.
Mm, nice.
No, thank you. So, what are you working? Ooh, what are you working on? I see something.
Me, you mean?
Yeah, I see what you're reading, but let's talk about it.
Yes. So I am almost done the first half of Pretty Little Liars. I've meant to do both arcs 1 and 2 before the end of last year, but I didn't get there. So I'm almost done arc 2, or yeah, almost done arc 2. I think this one is the last one in this arc, or the next one that I have to read. I can't remember. But yeah, I needed something that I could get through quickly because I have only finished 2 books so far. No, 3 books. I've read 3 books this year so far, which is not terrible, but like I
Yeah.
wanted to be reading more, and so I needed something fast that I could like fly through, and I was like, well, I can read that fast. But yeah, so continuing on my journey of Pretty Little Liars, and this one is definitely an adventure so far because some of the things that are a plot twist in the show are in this, but it's done in a very different way. And I think,
Okay.
and like, it's also being done much sooner in the arc than it was done in the show. Like, this
Interesting.
particular twist isn't until I think like the second to last, like,
Mhm.
season.
Okay.
And it's like the whole dollhouse thing that they don't do in the books, that they just kind of like creative licensed their own situation for the show.
CW.
It's like all of that, which is like in this, like the season before they do the flash forward thing.
Yeah.
For like the final seasons. And that's the plot twist that we're dealing with right now. And it's done very differently. And it's like, I'm very surprised by some of the things. Like, we knew that a character had a sibling from the show. Like, we found out that there was a sibling, but like, it's not just a sibling situation, it's a twins situation. And it's like a secret twin that nobody knew about type thing. But apparently some people did know about it. So it's been like an adventure. But yeah, I'm having fun. I'm having fun. I still have to say though that the book versions of some of the characters are much more unlikable. They sugar-coated how annoying these characters are. Like Hannah, I actively dislike her for a large majority of the time in the book version. Like, she makes really dumb choices.
Yeah.
She's always worried about what everybody else thinks. She's trying to be popular. She ruined more than one of her really good romantic relationships just because continuing that relationship would no longer help her popularity. And like she literally in this book, like, she had this really great relationship going. It was all good. And then she has this, for some reason, even though it literally wasn't going to help her anyway, because everybody was already making fun of her anyway for her own separate reason. But she started making fun of the guy and just like abandoned him like instantly for no reason really, because dad had nothing to do with, like, they're picking on him because of you, not the other way around.
Yeah.
So I don't want to. Yeah. But it's been interesting. I'm enjoying kind of just being along for the ride. It's like, and it's enjoyable in some ways, but it's like, because I know that it's terrible.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, if I didn't know it was terrible and I was expecting it to be really good, it'd be different. But like, I'm reading it because I know it's trash and it's fun. So yeah.
I mean, technically it is not chili without the beans. Okay. I just hate beans. So I will replace them with like the beans with like noodles and things like that. Yeah, technically it's just spaghetti sauce, I guess.
I don't like beans on their own, but like in chili works for me. Or
meanwhile,
like,
if I'm
Mexican dish.
Eating chili, I'm picking the beans out. So let's see. Over Emotional by David Finn is YA X-Men as well. Very good. Okay, I may have to check these out because I love me some X-Men. Oh, sadly, Half Built Garden isn't on KU in Canada, but How High We Go in the Dark, it is it. I don't own. Do I own? I was like, do I own it? No, I own Sea of Tranquility, which is the one that I was like, okay, this is okay. Let's see. Sarah says she's also in Tennessee.
Hey.
Sea of I mean, it was a good book. And maybe if I hadn't just read Sea of Tranquility when I got to it, I might have liked it better. But I just felt that, like, I don't remember exactly what it was that didn't quite land for me with Sea of Tranquility, because it's good. I really liked the structure of it. I thought it was interesting how she was examining the idea of because both of them examine the idea of a virus hitting the world. Oh, we've got a whole party. Yay! Hi, you look very cold.
I'm freezing. I had to go get a kid from school. It's cold as hell outside.
Yeah. I'm very sorry. Anyways, let me finish this. I believe Station 11, based on what I know about it and what I've read, is also Cli-Fi. I think it also has to do with a disease, but I don't remember. So if you're interested in Sea of Tranquility, I still think it's worth picking up. It just was not my favorite book that I read on that list. So, like there were other books on there that I liked better and that I think did it. I've got something on my screen. Okay, there we go. That I think did what Emily St. John Mandel was doing better. Or at least I just read one that I felt did it better. And I just like How High We Go in the Dark. I got to the end of it and I was like, I know there is so much I missed that was connecting these stories. And I can't wait to go back and reread this and see all of the connections, you know? So anyways, let's see. It's been really cold here in Norway lately, -10 or more. That, I was in Baltimore. I was like, if I had to move further north, I could do this. I could manage this. Mainly because my brother's apartment was really warm at all times. But if I don't know if I could go further. I don't know if I could. So, anyways, Neva, when you're ready, feel free to just chime in and let us know what you are reading. Kay Simmons, my anxiety is going through the roof right now. Someone forgot how to drive and is stuck in my yard and has my son helping him shovel out the car, but keeps putting my son between the car and the road. I mean, how old is your son, number one? Because I could understand if he is an adult, him being a little bit tetchy about you coming out to be a mama bear. But I think that in that situation, it is perfectly okay to go out there and be like, hey, like, I'd appreciate it if while my son is helping you, you could not put him near the road.
No.
So
it's not 90.
So anyways, I feel like I don't know. I feel like I would do that. So anyways, how are we keep coming back. Oh, look at that. Neva's in the chat and on the screen. So there is beanless chili. Skyline chili in Ohio is chili without beans, and it's great. I might have to look that up because, like, I love chili. I just hate beans. How are you today, Neva?
I'm about to send you to Miss Bree and have her help you with your math homework. I don't have the patience.
I actually do get hear that a lot. The hey, you're gonna have to go see Miss Bree. Both parents and other teachers when they're having like, and we'll send somebody to somebody else. I've been threatened before. Not as like I have been threatened, but like I have been threatened.
So Ari's at a new school, right? Because we moved. Mm-hmm. This school gives her homework every Tuesday and it's due every Thursday. How you gonna know how to do the homework until you bring it home? Then you gonna act like you did not learn nothing. And then she thinks it's funny.
Oh no.
Okay, do the next one.
Wait, they're all 10?
No, they're not all 10. They'll all end in 0, but you have to take the first number minus the second number. Use your fingers if you need to. But I know you know how to do it. But otherwise, I'm fine. It's cold as hell. Stop. But I'm ready. I contemplated for about 15 minutes yesterday that maybe we should just move back to Florida because at least it's warmer than it is here. You know what I'm saying? I know that y'all in Florida right now, it's cold for y'all.
It's not terribly cold.
But what y'all have is like hoodie weather for me.
Yeah.
I'm from the Midwest.
I'm in my thinnest hoodie right now, and I'm fine.
4.
So
take away 2. How many?
Actually, was nice enough outside. I almost opened my windows at one point, but I was like, no. If I do that, then my room at least will be freezing. And my dad apparently had the heat on. I did not know this.
See, and then last night, this morning at about 4:15 a.m., my Uber driver, he was very cute. Okay, I'll give him that. Thank God. He wasn't like an old creepy man. But he thought that it would be a great idea to hit on me the entire ride to my house. Which,
Oh,
like, that's nice that you want to know everything about my life that I'm not willing to tell you.
Take a look if you want to.
But I was just trying to read Haunting. Okay, but you need a 0 at the end. I was just trying to read Haunting Adeline in the back seat. And he wanted to tell me how nice my glasses were, and did I ever wear contacts? Maybe I should try contacts. No, my face looks very funny with no glasses. So yeah, I'm thriving and surviving over here.
Oh goodness.
That's in your wallet.
That's rough. I
Well, just
Yeah.
because you have glasses.
That's not a fun situation to be in at all.
Yeah.
So, let's see. Where did we go? Oh, I suppose there are versions of most meals. I mean, chefs must do something. Yeah. I mean, it's just one of those things that, like, I know it's not technically chili, but I like it. Let's see. Oh, -10 is rare in Norway. Okay. Got a couple of highs for Neva. We had a couple. I think I've gone past them. We had a couple of highs for Bree as well. We have an Aoife. Hi, Aoife. I'm here. I'm reading Hello Beautiful by Anne Napolitano. Okay, it's not terribly late where you are. I was like, what are you doing still awake? But it's like 10 p.m. Am I right? I think it's 6 hours to Germany. He is 15, but he is autistic and does not always does not always see what is around him. Okay. Yeah, I understand that. Like, that might just be a situation where you pull the guy aside, like, hey, please don't, like, this is your situation. Don't put my son in danger.
Yeah.
I think you're perfectly within your rights. I know a teenager might not think that, but I think you are. Kayla Grace is here. Hi. Tow truck showed up. Sun is now inside, and I am breathing. Got it. Good. Yeah, I don't know what your road situation is, so, like, that can be very nerve-wracking, though. I totally understand that. Midwest babes for the win. Yeah, because Max is also over kind of near where you are, Neva.
I'm in Indiana currently. You know what? Here's the thing. It's a blessing because at least I'm not in Iowa. Because Iowa right now, no thank you.
Oh my god.
Yes. And well, part of the time. And people keep wanting to send me photos of things, and they're like, "You want to come back home?" And I was like, "Not currently."
I want to go
Talk to me in.
Yeah, Max is a Chicago babe. So let's see. Kayla cries up here in Canada. So cold and so much snow. So I've seen. I'm sure everyone at this point has seen the video of the person, like, pouring water out, and, like, it's freezing as she's pouring it, and I was just like,
Yeah.
to the nah.
A certain person was like, which I say that because we're not really talking about them on the internet right now.
Okay.
But I can tell you later.
Next one.
Okay.
Or I'll put it in the private chat. I don't care if y'all know. But they decided to text me pictures of their front yard. And then was like, "You want to come home and build a snowman?" And I was like, "Do I look like Elsa?" Because no, I don't.
Well played.
Thanks for asking, though.
Oh my god, that's so funny. That's a good one. Okay, we covered this, Aoife. We covered this. It was earlier than I thought it was.
She said, "My dear sister in Christ."
Let's redo this one.
My automatic, like, whenever I see Aoife on during, like, later in the daytime sprints, my automatic thing is, why is Aoife still up? So of course I'm like, yeah, okay, Aoife, what?
Take away 3.
So, but no, I know it's only like 10 o'clock where you are. So 10 p.m. here in Norway. I think Germany is the same. Yeah. Most of y'all over in that area, I'm like, okay, it's like 6 hours, right?
I'm ready for the number thing.
Oh, thank fuck. I'm not in Iowa. I'm from the Chi-Town area. Very close to Northwestern. God bless. I'm glad y'all are not dealing with the Iowa weather. Did not
Yeah.
go there, by the way. I'm
I
absolutely
took away
not that
two. I took away these two and this one.
that's
Yeah.
insane.
Iowa is unbelievable. Like, I was like, ugh. And then, like, last year, you know, they got the, I don't remember what the hell they call it, but it's not hail. Because it's like in a storm, but it's like, it's called something specific. And that took out like a whole town.
This one, because I have 4 more.
Was it a sleet storm?
No, it I'll look it up in
Okay.
the sprint and I'll tell you what it is. But there's like a specific name for it, and it took out like a whole town. It like knocked out a whole town's worth of power.
Jesus.
Like schools were shut down. Like
That's funny. Whoop, that's not how that worked. Would you work for me, please? Thank you. Kayla says it's only minus 15 degrees Celsius here. Not quite cold enough to instantly freeze water. 5 degrees there, I will leave. I know nothing
that
about.
video is edited. The chick that does that, she does a lot of special effects videos.
Yeah, I also don't know where she is in Canada. Like I can see that being something that could happen if it gets cold enough. I also like totally understand that probably is edited.
Yeah.
I also know that
she does a lot of special effects ones. Like there's one where she like jumps in a teacup and all this stuff.
Oh,
like,
nice.
Just random stuff like that.
And I know that right now.
When I saw it the first time, I was like, "Oh, haha, nice!" And then people keep sharing it, and I'm like, "Oh,
I've seen this."
And I know right now, depending on where you are in Canada, is depending on how warm it is.
Right?
Yeah, I was
Canada.
Yeah.
What about Canada, Neva?
I said I know, depending on where you are in Canada, is dependent on how warm it is right now. Because like, it was pretty warm for Brittany yesterday or the day before. I don't know, whatever day I was on sprints last. She was saying in the comments that it was pretty warm, and then other people that were also in Canada were like, it's freezing. So like,
I mean, same thing with Florida. Like,
well, here's the thing. I keep seeing like my Tampa friends posting that it's like 50 degrees, and I'm like, must be nice.
It's funny. We
like,
went up.
Chilly morning walk, 50 degrees, and I'm like,
look, Mommy.
Calm down, babe.
I don't even want to go outside. My face hurts when I walk out the door. So.
Yeah, no, we were going to go to DC on Sunday because we're like, oh yeah, it'd be cool to go to one of the Smithsonian's and blah blah blah. But my brother doesn't like driving in DC, so we were gonna take the metro in. And like we got to the metro station that we were gonna hop on, and we're walking to where you get the train as the train is leaving, and my brother just kind of was like, we don't have to do this today. I don't think you're gonna like being outside in this windy, cold weather. So because it was cold enough, it was snowing, and I'm not prepared for snow. I was fine when it wasn't windy and there was snow. Like when it was windy, not great.
I get a newsletter, Ari.
And so we just went back home and like went to the aquarium instead because he lives like.
That's fair.
He loves the aquarium for reasons I do not understand. But let's see. Snow hasn't been too bad here, but we're supposed to get more tonight, so we'll see how that goes. Yeah, I understand that. We ended up getting more snow than we were supposed to in Baltimore. Max says I also have therapy in about 10 minutes, so if I disappear for a bit, that's why. I mean, therapy is important. That's fine. I'm never like people hop in and out of sprints. That's how sprints work.
Yeah.
May says it's cold here, and I live in British Columbia, Canada. A lot of snow right now, but I'm glad college classes are canceled today.
Yeah.
But they don't. I wish they canceled
in
Florida for being cold. Biking to class at 8 a.m. in the morning was an experience when it was winter time. Like,
hey, sit down. We're gonna put these clothes away in a minute.
I'm so sad for states that don't have the infrastructure to deal with the cold. At least here in Canada, snow and cold is dealt with easily. We're used to it. Yeah. And it's funny because some of the northern states, like my brother was talking about, I think I already mentioned this, but my brother was talking about in Baltimore that like they're not that equipped to deal with the snow. I mean, they did a pretty good job the first day that it snowed, getting salt out there and everything melted and all of that. But apparently they're not really equipped for a lot of snow. And I'm just like, what?
Indiana's not either.
So
it's so stupid. Like, y'all know we get snow, right? Like, y'all know that. Yeah. Okay. First of all,
Why do we get snow every
the
single
potholes in this state, unbelievable. Second of all,
Christmas again?
Okay, are they? Oh, I got a question. Are the potholes better or worse than in Florida?
oh, they're definitely worse. And here's
Okay.
why. Because here's the thing. So I've lived, really like the longest. Get yours. I've lived really the longest in 3 states. Okay, that would be Florida, Iowa, well, Minnesota, I guess too, but I count that as like one state.
Mhm.
No, it's not. And then Indiana. Here's the thing:
Minnesota.
the worst potholes I ever dealt with, Indiana. And here's why: because they don't fix them. At least in Florida, like they attempt to like patch them, or or you have like a highway that's out of commission for 6 years because they're like, we gotta fix the whole road, not just this little patch. You know what I mean? In Indiana, they're like, it's like the Hunger Games. May the odds be ever in your favor. I hope that your tire doesn't fall off. That's basically it. So with the potholes, no ma'am, do not blow bubbles in that drink. With the potholes on, because that's not how we drink things. Thank you so much for your consideration. With the potholes, like they fill up with like ice and snow,
Yeah.
so they just get bigger.
Right. Then
Yeah,
yeah.
it's worse.
Like I'm riding to work. I don't drive. I'm riding to work. And this older man, he was like, I don't know, like 50. He's like trying to talk to me, which like is fine. Like I don't mind talking to you. And like I can't carry a conversation with him because the road is so bumpy that you can hear my voice vibrating as we're driving over. It's like
That's
that
terrible.
cars. When Lightning McQueen tries to
If it rides, we're all
Like that
screwed.
stretch of road between Tampa and Lakeland.
Yeah, terrible.
Megan is obsessed with that movie, so I could quote any scene
Oh.
anytime now.
We were talking about last night how we should all just watch we should all just have like a TV in the back of Taco Bell and just have cars running on a loop. So we all start singing Life is a Highway.
That's perfect.
So funny. I know, like it's very funny. We have one on one of the streets that I used to take back and forth to work. And they tried to fix it and it is coming back. I'm pretty sure it's because it's like a mini sinkhole. So like it's a place where like the ground underneath the pavement ground somewhere has been like gotten away. Something's collapsed. I don't know. Because it's back and it's almost back. It's smooth now, but it's almost back to how deep it was before they fixed it. You didn't have to go around it for a while, and now you do.
Yeah.
Let's see. I live near the Great Lakes in Ontario. No more info because docs. Yep, I totally get that. That's why I don't go into any more detail than I live near Tampa. So.
I literally just will say I live in Indianapolis. Good luck finding me. Yeah, Indianapolis is a big place because then people will be like, "Do you live on the west side, the east side, the north side, the south side?" And I'm like,
"I'm not giving you any of that information."
Indianapolis. That's all I can tell you.
Yeah. I'm fine with people knowing what county I live in, but I'm not going to tell you what city in the county it is.
Yeah, I mean, like for me, I'm like I live an hour above Nashville.
Yeah,
so, that's all you get.
That's. Like, it was funny because when I was at my brother's apartment, he was like, "Oh, yeah, you can do a really great view with the window behind you." And, like, I was like, I don't show the outside of places I live.
I'm not trying to show landmarks.
Yeah, no, I don't show the outside of my house.
Yeah.
I don't show when I'm on my walks. Like, if you can see me outside, I am not near somewhere that you can identify.
I'm here.
Yeah.
You know?
Or it's like if you're trying to, like when I'm trying to film Mora, I have to like get the angle so that you only see the grass and you don't see the neighbors.
Yep, I did that when I did my Read With Me in the Park video. I was like, all right, we're going to find an angle where you can't see the landmark that is definitely going to tell people where to look.
Yeah.
Right.
So, like, you don't need to know that I'm places that I frequent. Thanks. No.
Well, that's like when I made my Iowa vlog, we went to the botanical gardens, right? Which there's only like one botanical gardens in the entire state because it's Iowa. Like, what are they? But somebody was like, "Oh, you're in Des Moines," and I'm like, "Yeah, that's where the botanical gardens are."
Right. Yeah, if you're going on like a trip and you're posting it afterwards, that's different. I feel
Right.
like.
Well, and then they were like, wait,
Friends.
they were like, "Do you live in Des Moines?" And I was like, "I know people in Des Moines, yes." Like, clearly, like, otherwise, why would I be here?
Yeah.
But then they were trying to like get specific. I'm like, I'm not gonna give you like the town off of Des Moines that my grandma lives in.
Right.
Yeah. That's funny. Yeah, that's one of the things I do. If I am traveling by myself, no pictures of landmarks are getting posted until I have left that place.
Right. Exactly.
If I'm traveling, like if I'm going to a convention or somewhere that I know that I'm going to be with a lot of people, that's a different thing. Like letting people know I'm at BookNet Fest or whatever, that's a different thing.
Yeah.
I need to buy tickets for that. But not if I'm traveling on my own. No, thank you.
Yeah.
So let's see. Macy's. We already did that one. Kayla, not just the States. Every year, also the capital here has buses stop because of a little bit of snow. It's like, really? Why are you surprised? I'm so glad that we're not the only place that's like, yeah, we don't. I assume that there's a lot of stuff that they have to get started with infrastructure that even if you're like it's planned and you're expecting it, it still takes time to roll out, especially if like in the situation that we had in Baltimore, it's more than you were expecting. Like when we first started, it was going to be like an inch and it was going to happen on Tuesday. So yes, it is allowed to complain when you have snow up to your knees, but not usually. Depends on, okay, let's see. So we're just going over that. Got tons of snow. Shouldn't be equipped to deal with that. Depends on where you are. Where in Norway I live, usually not. But yes, there should be systems all over the country. It's weird. It's not. Yeah. Like our problem is infrastructure stuff, like over in the States. Like it's not even like that's the big problem that people are dealing with in Texas, and people are like going, haha, look at Texans for this little bit of snow. And it's like, no, it's like their power grid is one of the worst in the countries and not equipped to deal with the cold at all. And of course, again, they're going to blame it on the renewables when it's the power grid itself that's the problem.
Well, what's amazing to me is the people in Florida that can't drive in the rain. It rains for 4.5 months. That's what hurricane season is. It's just rain.
You don't even have to be in hurricane season.
But it seems to be the worst in hurricane season.
Yeah, it is.
Where people are like, "Oh my God, rain!" And I'm like,
and that's not during the winter, so you can't even blame it on them being Northerners half the time.
Right. Right. I was like, how do we not know how to drive in rain when we get like in Florida? You get heavy rain for a good 4 months. So
I'll be honest, I don't drive differently in heavy rain at all. I'll slow down when it is a light drizzle that's not going to wash the oil off on the road.
Right.
But if we had a good rain, my tire traction is going to be fine.
But I'm just like, how do y'all not know?
As long as you can see, you're good. If it's obstructing your vision, then yeah, sure.
But also, half the time it's raining and the sun is beaming. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like it looks like a nice day, and then you walk outside and you're like, oh, the pavement's wet.
I've had multiple times where the sky is either blue or gray in front of me, and behind me is the opposite. It's like hilarious. I'm like, oh, I'm going into the apocalypse. Right. I've had one
time. It's cold.
It's sunny.
Girl, just be
really hot.
Yes, it is not hot outside. First of all, no, but also it has to be a certain temperature for the snow to melt. You see,
yeah.
So
what is it?
It's warmer today than it was yesterday when it was a whole 5 degrees outside. Today it's a whopping 10 degrees.
Yeah.
No.
I was still cold outside, and I did not want to wear my coat in the house.
We don't have to wear your coat in the house. It's warm in the house.
In the house.
And that's why winter is easier there.
Walking in the house.
I know.
And I didn't want to wear.
That's funny. I've had all of one time in the 36 years that I've lived in Florida, and I guess I wasn't driving for that entire time, but I've been driving since I was 19, so do the math. like 15 years or something like that. I've had one time that I have ever pulled over during a rainstorm where it was raining so hard I couldn't see. I'm definitely the person that in a blizzard, I just be following the taillights of the person in front of me, even if it was off a cliff.
Right?
She's like, forget it. I'm getting to a destination, but I don't know.
Like, I gotta get to work. I can see close enough to know if the person in front of me is stopping, we'll be fine. If they go over the edge, I'll go over the edge. My mom did that.
Right.
Like, I hope he doesn't. My mom did that in West Virginia. She's like, I hope he doesn't go over a mountain.
Like,
Yeah.
hold them and then.
So let's see. Also, is the capital. Also, the capital is in the south, but still, they should be able to use buses with snow. Has one of the world's longest coats.
Just take stuff out. You can
Yeah,
put
it's weird. When people you don't know want to know where you are, that's a little weird.
So, I mean, I like if like Margaret was like, "Hey, girl, I want to send you something. Can I have your address?" Sure.
Yeah.
But like, I've talked to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're
There's
just
a
a random person that popped into a video because you saw me
Yeah.
post something that was intriguing, and you're like, "Where in Indiana do you live?" I'm not telling you that.
No, I don't know you that. I think sometimes people just don't understand that, like, the parasocial gets a little weird. Like, you know more about me than I know about you. And, like, they don't kind of think about the fact that, like, there's not a relationship here. You just happen to know stuff about me.
Right.
Yeah, some people just have audacity. Like,
They really do. Okay, you don't wad it up, bro.
like social media does, like, make things like that a little weird, where you'll know, like, there was a guy I liked at church that I knew a lot of stuff about him, and, like, to the point people were asking me things about him, like, oh, do you know where he is today, blah blah blah, because we were friends on Twitter and Instagram. So I'm
right.
like, so anyways, but like that's a whole, but like a lot of the time it's like, you know what, I'm really glad you're here, you're a really cool person, but I'm not your buddy yet. Like, we don't know each other.
Right. Like,
versus, like, it was very funny because when we, during some of the stuff we were doing when I was up at my brother's, we found out me and Nell were going to be nearby each other. We're like, hey, we should meet up for brunch.
Yeah.
So, anyways, let's do, I think this will be the final sprint because I think Nell starts wind down Wednesday at 6, and then Brianna has sprints also later today. It's very funny. I was thinking this was Tuesday because this normally is Tuesday. I was like, I got to be done in time for Brittany's sprint. And I was like, wait a minute. Brittany's sprint's next. So, oh, what are you reading, by the way, Neva?
Oh, I'm listening to Love at First Sight. So this is for Breeze. I'm reading my friend's favorite books vlog. I'm also,
Can we listen for pajamas?
Sure.
Sure.
I'm also reading Haunting Adeline, which is for, I've decided to do it as a series. Originally it was going to be all one vlog where I just read everybody's, I picked 12 book besties. I think Margaret's one. And they all gave me a book. And I've decided that
These were mine.
Okay, I've decided that every person is going to get their own video and it's just going to be put into a playlist because
that makes sense.
I started with Brooklyn's and it's already like 10 minutes long. I have a lot of thoughts about this book. So I was like, maybe this will be, maybe this will be better if I just do like an individual video for each person.
Mm-hmm.
But I had to double check that none of Bree's books for her vlog were from St. Martin's Press.
Yes.
Which they're not, but she gave them to me like a year ago. So, you know, I was like, let me just double check. None of them are St. Martin's Press. So, I can go forward. Because I was like, man, I've already read two books. I do not want to have to put this on hold. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. But I want an audio because I finished.
Why do you keep this thing open? It's hard to keep this thing open.
Well, close it. I finished my White Rabbit painting.
Yay!
This morning. So I will be, once people get home, I promised one of the little girls that lives here that she could see it before I post it. So when she gets home, I will unroll it and I'll show everybody, and then I'll take a picture and I'll post it to Instagram.
Very nice.
But I
Awesome.
finished it this morning at 5:45.
I'm going
Hooray!
Awesome. Nice. Good night, Alex. It's not Alex. Good night, Renee. Getting tired traveling tomorrow, so I have to get up early. It was fun being sprinting chat. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We're glad to have you, and sleep well and safe travels. All right. Kayla, they are linked below in the description box. So, and I'm gonna go and link. I haven't done it yet because I had to confirm, but I'm gonna go link Brianna, and if I can find the links, Brianna and Nell's sprints for people who need to move on, need more sprints. So you'll have those by the time this is over. But let's do one more sprint. Once more with feeling, my friends. All right. 3, 2, 1. Mute your mics.
Hey, Margaret, the timer's not started.
Give us just a second, y'all. We're having technical difficulties. All right. Here's a. We are going to use one of my timers in that case because the site is down. So that's fine. I'll have it up in just a minute, guys. Wait, there we go. Hi, how did we do?
I listened to 2 chapters and also set up my planner for the week.
Nice.
Even though that should have been done on Monday, but it's fine. Honestly, what is Sunday to Wednesday in my life? Because I work, so like I don't do anything else.
Yeah.
So really, I just plan for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
That makes sense. I used to like highlight when I was doing like because I would time block my day in my bullet journal, and the time block for my job was gray. So
Yeah, and I don't time
like,
block, but I try to keep like running lists of things that need to be done for the week. You know, like I do like a top
Yeah.
3 for each day, and then like Saturday is usually my film day.
yeah, I understand. Yeah, it helps me if I'm like, okay, at this time I need to do this. At this time I need to kind of have an idea of when I'm going to do stuff in the day. But anyways, Bree, how did you do?
All right. I got like 20 pages or so read.
Nice.
Helped watch the kiddo while they cleaned some trash. Like the bigger like boxes or whatever. We just kind of like throw them out in the garage, and it was kind of overflowing.
Yeah.
So they fixed that while I watched the child.
Nice.
And yeah, that was me.
Nice. I got to 41% in my audiobook and cleaned a little bit more. It's looking very nice in here. So improvements have been made. I might take me all afternoon, but it's not a disaster zone any longer, and that feels better, So, Book Hermit had to go to bed, so thank you so much for joining us. Rally Reviews joined us again. Hey there. Kiwi says, not gonna lie, nap the whole sprint. Gonna head over to Nell's stream in a bit, starting in 30 minutes. Yep, I have Nell's sprints linked. Sorry, I'm yelling. I have Nell's sprints linked down below. Those start at 6, and then I also have Brianna's TBRathon sprints linked as well. Those start at 7:30 East. Hold on, 7:30 Eastern time, 5:30. I think it's Mountain time that she's in.
Yeah, she's in Mountain.
So. Brittany says, had dinner and watched the announcement for 72 hours. Nice. Jamie B says, hi, joined during that sprint, starting a new audiobook, Romantic Comedy by Curtis Sittenfield. Desmond Z was gushing about it on his channel, and it sounded fun. Interesting. Okay. Beth read 42 pages. Nice. And Kay says, chilies are cooking now, starting cornbread. Go for it. Yes. All right. I'll give everybody like a moment to kind of add anything else they want. While we're doing that, do y'all have anything y'all want to plug for your channels?
I did my annual stats the week before last, so all those are up.
Okay.
And I should have already had them up, but procrastination station over here. So my worst of the year and best of the year, I have them recorded, and maybe I'll edit one of those today. With the rest of my day. If not, then tomorrow I now have the whole day. So
yeah.
Maybe tomorrow will be the day.
Nice.
But that will be coming in. If it doesn't, if I don't post it tomorrow, then I'll schedule it to go up the next day. So, yeah, worst books of last year and best books of last year.
Nice. I have. I'm working on my worst books as of. I'm literally working on it right now. It's going to go up on Friday, I think. And then my best books will be going up on Monday. And in addition to a couple of vlogs. We'll see. I've got a vlog that I would love to get up before I get my best books up, but I don't think it's going to happen. So you know, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Neva, anything on your channel to plug?
There should be some semblance of a video on Friday. What that video will be, I don't know. Last week threw everything off because I picked up a shift at work on Friday morning, so like my whole Friday was just like gone because like I worked in the morning and then I like slept all day after.
Yeah.
So nothing got recorded on Saturday.
Yeah.
So I had nothing to put up for Monday.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It'll probably be like a whipping cover or something just because that's 5 minutes and I don't actually have to edit anything for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if I can find time to film like a full whipping chat for this week, then I'll do that. It'll just depend.
Why is the taxi in a different spot?
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Purple Dragonfly. Disaster today, sigh. I need to settle down before I can read. Maybe I'll be calm enough by Bree sprints. I mean, that does help to kind of have something that's like, okay, we can we can sit in this until we hit here, and then we're going to get back to business, or we're going to find something to do.
Yeah. And like setting that time of like, okay, do sprint to let it go. Make like Elsa and let it go.
Yeah. I'm going to sit and I'm going to process this, and then
Right.
I used to do that at work. Like, this is like, I used to do that at work where I'd like be like, if something upset me, like I'd go out in the car. Like if I needed to cry, 5 minutes, gonna go out the car, gonna cry, and then I had to be back in and go back to work.
Right.
So, anyways, Bree and Neva are both linked down below in the description box, as well as Nell's and Brianna's sprints. They are Oh no, Beth just had my first DNF of the year. Hi. Hey Beth. I'm so
At least
sorry.
you made it half a month. That's good.
I mean, you didn't make it through the first 17 days of the month. So yeah, like Bree said, not bad. Anyways, check out those sprints. If you need more sprints, those are the places to go. Like I said, Nell is starting in 25 minutes, and then Brianna will be starting at 5:30 Mountain Time, 7:30 Eastern Time. So that's another, like in 2 hours-ish, a little less than 2 hours for Brianna. Okay, so I will see y'all later when we'll talk about more wordy nerdy